Great morning. Gonna do a little smudge here this morning, and then go once around the room, little smudge. Okay. And gonna let that sit there so till it goes out. And let's look and see what we have this morning. What is the topic of the morning? I'm going to pull from Elke, the Quantum Oracle, and Sacred Traveler. So let's see what our topic of the morning is. Then I might look in on the Trumpmeister's health today, as he's been doing crazy things. Of course, yesterday he thought he's going to, cut off stimulus and then blame it on the Democrats as usual. But everybody saw his tweet and cut off the talks right away. And the minute he did that, the stocks plummeted. Reverse course. Oh no, we're going to get $1,200 stimulus checks out to those great people of the U.S. right away. Yeah. So now the only one he's interested in saving is himself. Like I said, the only thing he's got to trade on is economy. When the stocks plummet, it's not looking good for Trump. It's the only reason that he said, oh, I'm ready to sign stimulus things right now. So let's turn over and see what we got. First card out is She Who Persists. Jocelyn. Perspective, defiant, persistent. Second card out is Courage. And last card out is Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. So let me look at these here real quick. Okay. Well, as we know, the paths have ups and downs. Sometimes you've got enjoying the journey, wandering path. You've got a map. You've got your direction. Okay? Crazy like a fox. Walking your journey, and at other times you have to have courage because you'll be entering into more of the unknown fields, and no matter which part you're in now, whether it's the easy breezy, you've got a map, you're on easy street at the moment, or you're going through more trials, tribulations, entering into the dark, the uncharted. If you're entering into the uncharted, suit up. Keep yourself suited up. And and have courage. But no matter which way you're going, you have to be one that persists. Okay? You don't have to buy into these, the defiant, persistent. Okay? We don't have to buy into their fear-based drama. We don't have to buy into their all of their conspiracy theories and things that they continue to try to tout and put out on a daily basis. We stand firm in your integrity. I mean, this has come up so many times, to stand firm in your integrity and have the courage. Nothing broached, nothing gained. If you're not willing to step out of your comfort zone, then you're just going to continue to spin wherever you're at. So you have to be willing to be persistent, not give up. I know there were parts of the path where I didn't think I could stand another second. I was praying for death, literally. There were parts that were so difficult, especially entering the dark night of the soul, or you're entering into that feeling where you've opened up that compassion for the world, and you feel the suffering of the world, and it is so heavy, so you just can't even hardly take a breath. Okay, but you got to be persistent. You still have to be willing to go continue forward. Sometimes it takes a second by second just to get through the next second. Sometimes it can be that difficult. And then it takes the courage to continue to go forward and to continue to be persistent and not give up. Okay? And it is well worth it at the end. There will always be behind the scenes, if you're a trusting spirit, you're trusting guides, you're trusting the divine you're trusting God. If that is your goal, to know God above all things, to know truth above all things, then it doesn't matter how dark it gets, continue forward. Have that courage that that eventually this is going to break, and the truth will come forward. Okay? The truth will come forward. Okay? So again, there will be a map, even though sometimes we don't always see it. If we ask for that guidance, continue to have that faith that the universe is inherently good in the end. The divine spirit is good. And if you are one that's wanting to go forward in your spiritual path, then again, have courage. And sometimes you just have to tough it out. I wish I could say if you're surrendered and that it's always going to be easy street, and that's what a lot of people think. You start on the spiritual path and it's easy breezy at first. Oh, this is so easy. Everything's opening, all these coincidences are happening. I've got a handle on this, and the heart starts blossoming and you're feeling this gigantic love, and everything's right with the world. Okay? And then you hit the hard lessons. Then you start doing the climb, okay? Then it's like, tooth and nail, you are trying to get up this mountain, and it's like, oh my God. Okay? I tell people, if you want to know the journey, Look at the path of Christ. Christ showed the way. Okay? Was his journey easy? Okay? He had the temptations out in the wilderness, temptations of ego. He had all of that stuff happen. He had the scourging. He had the sacrifice. He had to willingly lay down his life in the sacrifice. He went through the fear. If you don't think he went through fear, he's in the Garden of Gethsemane just before they come to nail him to the cross, and he's sweating blood. Okay, that's fear. When you're sweating blood, that's fear. Okay? But he continued to surrender. Surrender. Okay? So if you are walking the path, and I was foolish when I was a young age, I actually said, I want to walk the path of Christ. I didn't know what I was asking for. Okay? It's a path of surrender. It's a path of confronting the ills of the world, your own demons, your own, those things as well come up. Your own demons, and then the fallacies of the world. Those are the things you're going to face and transition through. Now, the end of it, it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end when everything deconstructs and you are gone from that point of being in severe pain, in severe trauma, pain, and you come out the other side and it's gone as if it never existed. Then it's all worth it. But when you are in that part of the journey, okay, before, when you're facing the difficult times, it's like Ma Kali puts all those things in the face. You got to be fought. You go through the death, and then you get to Buddhahood, okay? The light dawns. You wake up out of the drama. Okay? And you go through transition. Okay? People ask about my tattoos sometimes. All my tattoos have to do with the journey. Okay? The lotuses, where you start out in the mud and you've got to go through the murkiness and you break, into that light eventually. Okay? So it's all, all of it is part of the journey. No matter where you're at, don't give up, because it is so worth it in the end. But again, it takes courage to continue to go forward when you hit those times that are just so overwhelming, dark, painful. It will pass. Sometimes, like I said, you're living from second to second. It takes just holding on for the next second to get through the next breath. Okay. But hold on. Don't give up. Continue to go forward. The light will dawn. And if you are sincerely seeking God and truth, those doors will be open. But it's not going to, I cannot promise you an easy journey. It's not an easy journey, okay? And one has to be willing to lay down their own life, your own, You have to be willing to lay it down yourself. And it does feel like part of the times like you're getting crucified, like you're being scourged, like, absolutely, there can be a lot of pain on the path going forward as well. Okay? But when you get to the other side, the thing that you find, and I was, wanting out I would do anything when went through a lot of trauma, okay? And I would have done anything to get out of this planet. I just wanted out. I wanted to be gone. I didn't ever want to have to deal with it here. And when you get to the end, you find out the only thing you needed to be liberated from was the mental spin of mind. Okay? The construct that you put in place, driven by fear, driven by these feelings of separation, these feelings of, when all of that breaks and you find out you could never have been away from the divine is, never. If you were away from the divine is, you would have no life. Divine is the life force, okay? It's what gives you the ability to learn, to think, to cognize, okay? We are our own worst enemy. Mankind is its own worst enemy. If mankind would just get out of the way and honor what's here, honor Mother Gaia, work with things, work with others, rather than trying to trample on others and stand on the top of them to get something that you want, okay? Things would right themselves. So don't give up in your journey. Continue forward, and just continue to pray for those doors to open and say thank you. Have gratitude for whatever we have. Have gratitude for whatever that we have this chance to move forward. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Much love and light. I hope this has helped somebody out there today. And thank you for spending a little time with me out of your busy lives. I so appreciate it. If you enjoyed this channel, please give a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help us in the standings. If there's a talk you particularly like, feel free to share it on Facebook or whatever. If it's helped you, it may help someone else. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, and let's go forward and look at a few other things this morning. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say this morning. Love and light.